What's happening? Well, I made it back from the Knoxville Regionals. Wanted to let you know how I did, but first, let's go to my deck list. For Knoxville Regionals, I decided to go with the Lost Zone Giratina V-Star. The deck list is pretty standard of what everybody's running, except for like the last 5 cards, because they all differ in a little bit of a different way. One way they all differ is going to be the switching. I ran 2 switch carts, 2 switches, 1 escape rope, and 3 jet energy. I also did go with only 3 Path to the Peak. I do know that some people run 4, but I felt 3 was enough. And the main change I added was, instead of using Greninja as an attacker, I went with Roaring Moon and 3 Dark Energy, because I felt there was going to be a lot of Charizard, and Roaring Moon can help me take care of it. And the one tech I added in was the full face guard. During testing, the times that I would get knocked out after taking 3 prize cards on a Charizard, they would come back, add the Vitality Band, and knock me out for 280. But if I added in the full face guard on the Giratina V-Star, they could knock it out. And the other time that I used it is when facing a Roaring Moon and only having a Giratina V. It basically puts it up to 240, meaning if they wanted to knock it out, they have to use Frenzy Gouging right away on turn 1, which I know they didn't want to do. And it actually worked twice during my regional run. Now let's talk about the games. So my first pairing was against a Roaring Moon. First game was pretty exhausting. I Roxanned, which didn't help me at all, but I still was able to pull out game 1. And then in game 2, I was able to get a quick setup, get Roaring Moon all set up with energy, and it took all 3 knockouts. So right away, started out great, 1-0-0. Second round, got paired with a mirror match. First game went back and forth, and then at the end, they were able to bring Sableye and take out their last prize card for the win. And then the second game, I could not find a Giratina at all. I did have Roaring Moon set up, but before I was able to attack, they bossed it up, took care of it, and that was pretty much game over. So now I'm 1-1-0. Round 3, I get paired with, of course, Charizard finally. The first game came down to the end. I needed either Escape Rope or Counter Catcher, and I had already used them. And I didn't have a big attacker to take out Charizard, so I lost. But the second game was totally different. Steamrolled them. Roaring Moon, Frenzied Gouging, their only Charizard EX, and then Cram just kept taking the rest of the prizes. So in that round was a tie. Lost game 1, won game 2. Now I'm 1-1-1. Round 4, I go against Rapid Strike. Once he got down to 4 prize cards, he did not want to take another one until he could take all 4 at once, because he did not want to get Roxanne. Now, unfortunately, that was not a good strategy for him. I was able to get the win before he was able to do what he wanted to do. I used Star Requiem and Frenzied Gouging and took out both his VMAXs. Then we went to game 2 and he pulled it out right at the end during turns, which was really unfortunate, because then I got another tie and I was 1-1-2. Now, still alive for day 2, feeling okay, not great. And then round 5, I hit another Charizard. Game 1, he got set up. I didn't. He took it really easily. Game 2, I Frenzied Gouging, the only Charizard, and I took it really easily. So we went right to a game 3. Now, game 3 went back and forth. I was able to super out a Giratina V that had already got eliminated. I pulled out a V-Star out of the prizes because there was 2 other ones in the Lost Zone already. Sableye was able to take 3 prizes, and then I Star Requiemed for the win, leaving me at 2-1-2, still alive. And then here we go to round 6, into a true lost box that had one of every attacker you can think of. So during game 1, they were able to use Sableye, do its thing, and pretty much win the game fairly easily. However, game 2, they started a Pidgeot V, and I had an awesome setup. I was about to win, and they just conceded game 2 so we can have time for a game 3. Now, we were both sitting at 2-1-2. A loss or a tie would eliminate both of us from a contention in day 2. We went all the way to time, all the way till turn 3, and nobody had won yet but we were both fairly close. So we decided to let the cards give us the winner, because a tie would eliminate both of us. Now, unfortunately, I Roxanne them, and they had a Colress in their hand. All they had to do was Colress and find a Psychic Energy, and since once they turned it over, they found a Psychic, they were going to end up winning, even if we didn't go to time. So I gave them the win, which, yes, I went 2-2-2, and now I was eliminated for day 2, but I think it was the right thing to do. So now I go to round 7 and just want to do better than I did last time, and I hit a Gardevoir. So during game 1, I notice I don't see any Gardevoir EX. He prized both of them. Now the problem with that is I could never take 2 prizes, and he was actually able to pull out the win, which was pretty upsetting after game 1. And then we played a long game 2. And at the end, we were in time, on turns. I was turn 3. Had about, I'd say, 10 cards left in the deck. I have a Colress. I know there's a Mirage Gate in my deck. All I need to do is Colress. Mirage Gate has to be one of them, because then I can Super Rod the energy back into the deck, Mirage Gate, and take the win. And unfortunately, Mirage Gate was card number 6. So because I couldn't win, he took the win. So I went down to 2, 3, and 2. Round 8, I hit a Goldango. First game, Path to the Peak, did its job, took it really easily. And then the second game, it worked again. And then he even Pokestopped 2 workers away. So it was impossible for him to move the Path to the Peak. And round 8 against Goldango, 2 wins. And now I am 3, 3, and 2. And then in round 9, I hit a Mew VMAX. I was able to knock out one Mew VMAX, but he was able to get the win in game 1. And then game 2 goes to time. And during turns, he had a Mew VMAX in the active. I had 8 cards left in the deck. I had a Comfey in the active, Greninja on the bench. So I was going to see all the cards. Just had to do it in the right order. And the 2 cards I needed that were in the deck was going to be an Escape Rope to get my Giratina up, and then a Counter Catcher to get the Mew VMAX back up, because I needed to take all 3 prizes. So the first thing I do is flower selecting, and both cards come up at the same time, and since I got to get rid of one, it's impossible for me to win, so I had to take the L in game 2, leaving me for the day at 3, 4, and 2. So now the question is, would I change anything from the list? I don't know. I kind of like the list. It worked. I just got a little bit unlucky a bunch of times. What I would change, though, is the deck. There is a reason a lot of people tie with this deck. Now, I play pretty fast, but there are so many moves, it just takes too much time. Definitely at my next regional, which hopefully will be Orlando, I will play a deck that goes a lot faster. Now, that would be after rotation, so who knows what that's going to be. So for anyone going to a regional, play a faster deck. Yes, Giratina has won a lot of tournaments, but there is definitely a lot of luck involved. Yes, tremendous skill. To see the same players constantly high up on these leaderboards is absolutely crazy. And hopefully I can get there one day. Now, before I go, let's go see this deck in action. All right, a Ralts, which probably means Gardevoir. All right, so we are gonna, since it's Gardevoir, we know there. Oh, we only have 2 Comfey. Okay, so we better get flower selecting as many as we can here. Boss or Radiant Greninja. Let's go with the Greninja. Put that down. We will switch to the other one. This will give us 2. Cram or, actually Cram's going to be really important. So we know we have only 2 dark to work with. I am not going to put Cram down. Now we can conceal cards. Get 2 more cards. 2 Colress. All right. So we're good there. Because Cram could take the first knockout next turn. All right. So we have 2 in the Lost Zone, a dark, and a boss. Well, okay, we just know if we're going to use Roaring Moon to hit out Gardevoir, we only have the 2 energy to work with. Hopefully they're not prized. We haven't been into our deck yet. I guess we did, I just didn't look. That is definitely a I don't know if you think it's a bad habit, good habit. I get what I get when I look for it. Now I know. So the next time I'm in my deck, I will try to look to see if I have 2 dark in there or 1 is prized. Because I need both of them in there. Otherwise, Roaring Moon. Now that stinks because we had 2 Colress in our hand. Let's hope we get another one. We did. Okay, we did. And we got a Nest Ball. So the Nest Ball, we can go get Cramorant. However, we're going to take a look. Roaring Moon situation. All right, here they got the Teleportation Burst. Ralt. Okay. Because we're going to be able to knock one out. With the Cramorant. So I'll be able to Flower Select. And then get the Cramorant before I Colress. Actually, we're going to get the Cramorant right away. So we can see what's in our deck. And we can shuffle up everything else. Alright, well, there's 1 dark. Alright, so let's go get the Cramorant. There's the Roaring Moon. It's good to go. Is the other dark in there? It is. Alright, so we got 2 dark. We have no grass energy. This is the only one. See? Good to know. Alright, so let's Flower Select. We're going to go Avery because that's kind of why this is in there. So because we have a Giratina already. So now we can, I am going to conceal cards. Get these 2 with, all right, this Battle VIP doesn't work. I am not going to need, so we're going to jet up. Because then I could, all right, another Flower Select. Well, we need the dark. Otherwise, Roaring Moon is useless. So let's Colress. All right, we need the other Giratina. Definitely need this. And do we get rid of 2 switching cards? What do I have here? I've got no switching cards. That would be 2 of them. I have only 1 Giratina. I need another one just in case. And these are the decisions, and it's my last one, so I cannot put it back. And I have to get, yeah, okay. That's part of the play in this deck. Okay, now, I can take the knockout with Cram, or I can Abyss Seeking and get 8 in there. We're going to take the knockout with Cram. And because of that, I'm going to put the Giratina V-Star just in case. Do I want to put the V down? Yeah, because I'm going to get knocked out. I can get Roaring Moon somewhere else. Let's retreat. Take the Cram. Use it. Take a knockout on Ralts. Here we go. Pretty good setup. Take 1. What do we got? Another Comfey, which is good. Well, no, Cram's going to get knocked out. If it does, right? If it does get knocked out, it's going to be Cramorant. Unless they do an Escape Rope. All right, there's the Mirage Step. Curlia. To get 3 Curlias. Now, if I attach, it would have to be the Dark Energy. I can get the Dark Energy in there because I do have the 2 Super Rods. Alright, so they're going to get the 3 Curlia out. And none of them are prized. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so now. Ooh, there's a Jet. So, let's do this. Let's Jet. This is number 7, but we already know. This is number 7. Path to the Peak or Mirage Gate. I have 1 Mirage Gate, but a Path to the Peak will shut them down, I think, a little bit better if they turn into get Gardevoir. Okay, so that's number 7. Let's conceal cards because I really need a Super Rod. There it is. All right. We can also put that down. All right. So now I need a Super Rod. I can Super Rod these 3 back in and then Mirage Gate. All right. So Super Rod, 1, 2, 3 back in. I can now Mirage Gate. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, because this is the one we're going to use here. All right. So now we're at 7. So do I Avery? Because we're at 7. I think I Avery. And then maybe I get an escape rope. Avery and an escape rope. Ooh, there it is. Because I am knocking out 3 of these, which means it's at least 1 Kirlia. And if they give me... Let's retreat. And let's do number 8. Here we go. Oh, definitely Mirage Gate. Now I know there's no grass. I could put a dark, but then that would eliminate... Alright, so let's put Path to the Peak, right? I've used already conceal cards. Yep. Let's put Path to the Peak to stop them. And let's... Escape Rope. Who do they put down? I figured they were going to do that. They did not want to lose a Kirlia. So I know I would have to lose 2 of those. Or I could set up for Sableye. Which I think... That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got the Sableye set up. So I also don't want to get rid of any psychic energy. Okay, we're looking good. We got the Path to the Peak. See what they do. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they Iono'd right now. Get this energy back in there and let's go get a Mirage Gate. Okay, they only have 2 refinements. Alright, and I have a Colress, so Colress, we're going to hit 10 after this. And let's see, I'm going to need to put the grass energy on the other Giratina right away. And then I can Mirage Gate, but I only get 1. Because the other one's going to be dark and I want to save it for Roaring Moon. Alright, so there's Zacian. Alright, we're not going to use Counter Catcher. We have 1 boss remaining. We haven't seen it yet. But we could, I think Sableye, after we get knocked out here, I think we bring Sableye, start taking out Greninja and a Kirlia. Or Greninja and their attacker. Yeah, I think we're good here. I just need to find Sableye now. Alright, so they have Gardevoir. Alright, Shining Arcana. Interesting matchup here. Alright, so they put it there so they can retreat. But we are set up for Sableye to take some stuff out. Alright, so they're going to come up with this Kirlia. That's going to be the Gardevoir. Lost Vacuum. Either way, it's going to help me. Yep. Perfect. That gives me 9. And now... And we have another Path to the Peak. Basically 9. Okay. What I would really want now is if I get knocked out, I need another Jet Energy. There's 2, means we have 1 left. Oh, now I don't even need it. I can actually hit the Gardevoir out, so now I just need the boss. Okay, which I have, but then I need a switching cart if Comfey's up there, because I have the Pokegear that can search for the last boss. If it's in there, might be prized. Don't know yet. Now you can see how long this game is. And this is the reason. And this is on the computer. So we're playing faster than even in real life can. This is why I would not bring this deck back to a regional. It's too exhausting. Yes, Gardevoir just 1 Knoxville. It's pretty crazy. Because it's not going to exist the way it is right now in 2 months, right? Once rotation hits. All right, Sableye can do its thing. So I'm either going to use Sableye or Giratina V-Star. And they stay there. So all I got to do is attach, retreat, and Requiem. Oh, that's boom. All right, so this is my 9th. This is my 10th. Roaring Moon or Super Rod? Well, bye-bye Roaring Moon. Okay, that gives me... Super Rod's more important. All right, which means I don't need the Dark Energy. Counter Catcher, Colress. All right, I don't need the Dark Energy. How much energy is in there? Just the Dark there. So we are going to attach. We're going to retreat. We're going to come up. Then I conceal cards. I did already. That was the Dark Energy. We're going to put down Path to the Peak. We're going to Colress to get some more cards. Sableye, Boss, and Roxanne just in case. Since I only have the one. How much energy? 2. But you know what? I know it's only 2, but I want to get them back in. Maybe the Cram also, since I'm down to 10 cards. Now I can Mirage Gate, get a Dark. So this one gets that one. This one gets that one. We are set up nicely. I'm going to put Sableye down because we don't know what they're going to do here. And then we're going to start Requiem. Bye-bye Gardevoir. Because they don't have another one. And I don't want to put any energy into the Lost Zone. No need. Solid. And there's a Grass Energy. We knew there was another one. All right, so I'm going to attach the Grass. And where is the V-Star? There's one V-Star. And there's no Pokemon in there. All right, so the other V-Star is one of these 8. It's good to know. They're going to Super Rod. Now, they do have... I'm going to assume it's going to be the Gardevoir. I'm going to assume it's going to be the Gardevoir. Yes, which it was. And the Zacian. Okay, but we just need 3 prize cards. So we're going to use Sableye next. I just need a switch. There's one switch. Where's the other switch? The other switch is still in there. Was it Collapsed Stadium? We'll get rid of Comfey. We only need 1. Because we are already through. There's 12 in there. And now if they can't attack, this is we'll just hit it and be done. I'll attach the energy. Then get rid of it. Conceal cards. Because I already used my second Super Rod, so I can't... Oh, they're going to boss. What are they going to boss? Not Sableye. They're going to boss Sableye? We're ahead on prizes, so our counter catcher's not going to work. We do have a boss. Trying to figure out what they're going to boss. Unless they want the other Giratina. Which honestly would be okay. Yep. Okay. Now this last Psychic has to go to... I think I'm going to just bring up Sableye. Do 100 here and take 2 prize cards. Do 100 on Gardevoir. And then 20 on Greninja. That takes 2 prize cards. And then this Giratina V-Star takes care of whatever's left. Okay, not going to do that. There's the V-Star. Let's see. Did we say there was another switch? I did. There's 1. There's 2. What about switch carts? There is one more switch card out in there somewhere, but I don't know if it's in there. Let's... Ooh, I don't want to conceal cards. Alright, let's do this. I think we have it. We're going to retreat. We're going to come up. We're going to loss impact. I don't know if this is... Definitely going to get rid of this one and this one. Okay. There's one. Sableye can take the last two. Oh, I thought we got rid of a Roxanne. Oh, it must have been a boss in the beginning. Oops, my fault. My fault. Oh, we just don't want to run out of energy. We have Sableye right here. Take the last two prize cards and be done. Of course, unless they put down Giratina, which they didn't. So, come on. So, I just need a switch. I just got to be careful when doing this energy. Honestly, just want to get knocked out myself. How much energy we got left? There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have plenty of energy. There's still what? 2? Okay, there's still 2 out of these, which is plenty. I think I need to attach to the Sableye next. Yeah, Sableye is going to be taking this game here. Unless they Cresselia or something. Alright, so I'm going to win next turn unless it's... Okay. So, here we go. I can't conceal cards. I am going to win... you know what? Let's Pokegear. Let's see what's in there. There's a jet. But I've already put down that. Alright, so we will leave it. And we are going to boss the Greninja, so they're stuck. And there you go. Alright, so we win next turn. As long as we don't get Iona. Oh, even if we get Iona. No, then we only get 2 cards. But there are 3 energy that would help us. Because if I get the jet, I just attach it to Sableye. Game over. Alright, I think we've got him. I think we've got him. I don't see it. And you see how much time has passed. 9 minutes and they're at 11. And there's the Iono. But we have a 50-50 shot here. I just need one of the energies that are in there. Boom. Got one of them. Okay. So we can jet Sableye up and be done by dropping some damage counters. 2 on Greninja and then either Mew or Kirlia. And the Pokemon League headquarters, hilarious. But it's actually going to, with the jet energy, we actually go past the Pokemon League headquarters because Sableye now requires 2, which it will have. And I think now it's a matter of time because even if they got Greninja, even if they got Gardevoir, they would need a switch because Gardevoir cannot put energy on Greninja. So you always try to get it stuck if you can. Okay, we got the win. I just can't believe that we saw the Pokemon League headquarters. That's funny. I've not seen that in a Gardevoir list. Okay, lost mine. Grab 20. Here's 40. Here's 20. Good to go. We'll just it doesn't matter. Boom. Spread it around for everybody. And now you know why. This deck, it's good. It just takes so long. And there was our other Switch Cart. So there you have it. The Giratina V-Star deck I brought to Knoxville Regionals. It worked great, it won, it beat Gardevoir, but it was one of the longest games ever. So if you go to a regional or a cup where you gotta do best of 3, bring a faster deck. All right, I will see you next time.